Fantastic. Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my Transport Fever Let's Play as we pass through the new Twit Chat Junction, which we improved last episode I think it was, to allow for better movement of all the new trains. We've got a double track, a double fast one as well on our left hand side here, but this is the original line, the first train line that we started with in this Let's Play series as we head into Chatham, which is now really starting to expand. We've got a house on the hill and loads and loads of people waiting for this service. Look at them all lining up, and we probably need a bigger station. I don't think we'd actually be able to fit one in. Well, let's head back now and have a look, see what's going on. There's our MacLeod that's just arrived at the station. 1.1 million that train netted us there, and our bank balance is looking a very hefty and very fine £318 million. Here's one of those new modern food services going down the main line, and it's doing 90 kilometers an hour at the minute, but it's going to hit this new section of track, and no, it's fine. It doesn't need to go any faster than that right now. But I'm quite happy with the new bridge that splits off, that comes in through to the new station. The trains are waiting patiently to fill themselves up with food, and boy are they being supplied with food. This farm is going a little bit nuts. We're up to 1600 production limit now. Production's fluctuating a little bit, but we'll get the trains in there. And the problem here, this is a terminus station, and the train has to wait for one to leave before another one can go in. Ideally, I'd like to put a ro-ro in, but the hill just caused me too many problems. And of course, Twickenham, the other end of the Chatham service. Look at what this fine town has become. We've got a dedicated food entrance point to drop off food. We've got a wonderful passenger station which links up to the main line. In fact, let's zoom in a bit. We've got traffic and people heading over the lines. You can see a plane taking off in the background there, and I don't know if the traffic's going to cause any problems with the railways, but we've got two level crossings here and the main line that comes steaming into the station. We've got a train just leaving off to head down south. That'll eventually get down to Uckfield at the very bottom of the map. Well, why are we taking this mini nostalgia tour around our map? Well, today is going to be the last ever Transport Fever episode until I do Series 2, which will be very soon. So, don't worry, we are going to be coming back with Transport Fever. Why am I cutting this series now and starting again? Well, I feel that I've got this nailed now. At the beginning, the game was new. It was a bit of an adventure. I've been learning things and doing things and working out the best way to work with tools and how to put bridges under and round exactly what I like, and learning the best way to do the signals and how they interact at the stations. And throughout the course of this particular Let's Play, I feel I've grown in what I've learned and the way that I play the game. And because of that, I now feel that I know how to play and I should start again. Also, along with that, we've kind of got money flowing in, and I lost the challenge a little bit with that, to be honest. We've done a little bit of everything. We've got trams going round Todmorden. Where are they? There's one. It's coming into the tram station now. And we've got aeroplanes, trains, and all sorts. And I feel that I don't know. I just feel like there's so much that I would have done different. So we've already had a little trip down memory lane. Let's see where I really could do a lot better and where I should focus in the new series. And whilst I'm doing this, I'd love for you guys to leave a few comments down in the comments section. Things that you think I did very bad at and things you think I did quite well at. If we first take a quick look at the line manager, we'll save the trains. Let's go have a look at the ships. Look at these two ships. So we've only got one line. Oh, hang on. No, we've got two lines. And you can just about see them here. Both of them come all the way down to this CC town here. And one of them goes up to Bedworth and The other one all the way down. Is it Chatham it goes down to? Yeah, it goes down to Chatham. Neither of these ships that I'm running right now have made us any profit ever. If we look at the finances of the vehicle, you can see here it's just red, red, red. There's no income. It's just pure running costs. And I mean, there's a couple of people down here waiting, but I think the service isn't frequent enough. It's not a very well demanded route. I mean, they can get from this end of the from this town down here. They can go on the main line down to Bedworth, the train line, which is so much faster. I mean, look at this thing going along the line. It's belting down. And of course, we've got the modern signalling here, all the cars and the bridges. Ah, this game's looking brilliant. One of the things I didn't explore very much is the use of scenery. Because in there we've got all these wonderful, wonderful scenery items that we can use to decorate our train lines. And we can put trees in. Trees. Oh, and I can even hold my mouse button down. You see, I'm still learning. It's the last episode of the series, and I'm still learning. Look at that. That is looking better already. And look, let's put a rock down. Not so sure about the rock. What about these rocks? Again, not too sure. These rocks. Oh, look. Ah, there's a variety of rocks. Oh, we've got fence now. Right, so how do we do fence? Do I have to just wooden fence? How can I rotate wooden fence? Do I... No. No, that all rotates the camera. Maybe it's the keys that rotate everything else in the game. Yeah, so look, there we go. We can put a piece of fence in there. Now, I think that's touching the ground, so we can just do that. And we can just make a bit of... Oh! Right. Fence takes precedence over trees. And so it should. There we go. So, in my next Let's Play, one of the things I really intend to do a lot more, as well as just generally playing better and exploiting everything that I know, is actually going to bring some more scenery into it. This looks like a nice, very lovely park, or it will do. Looking at benches. Oh, look at this. Nice little place for everybody to sit down and watch the trains. It's a train watching spot. Except that tree. That tree there, it's in the way. Can I delete the tree? Oh, there we go. It's a train watching spot. We all like to do a bit of train watching, don't we? And what else do you need in a train watching spot? Well, I don't know. But let's put some trees round the back. There we go. See? There we are. Hang on a minute. There. What's this? What on earth? Oh, right, I see. Yeah, okay. So we put a train watching spot in, and then if we just get the scenery tool and we do, I can hold shift and just line that up. We can put a great big wall in so that they can't see the trains. How mean would that be? Probably about as mean as me doing this, actually. There we go. Oh, look at that. You can't see the trains now. Wow, these are cool. These are really cool. So we can put backs onto stations. All sorts of little things here. I mean, obviously the tools allow us to get a little bit closer than what we have now. Let's try and get that nicely in line. We have got a bit of backing for our station here. We can make a safe... we can block it off so children can't get round the back and accidentally wander onto the platform. That's cracking. Love it. There we go. Oh, wow. Some lovely little extras in this. Of course, have we got lighting on the platform? We haven't. Well, we need to get some lighting on the platform. People need to be able to fumble around and get their tickets out. And We've got some danger signal signs and stuff. Danger. There we go. Well, I would like to see more of this in the game, and I know the game is ever expanding, and I know there's lots of mods as well, but it's nice to just see some of these things in the game, and actually have a quick play around with them as well. I feel very mean for blocking the train viewing platform, so I will actually I will just remove these. There we go. Now we can watch. We can just sit here and watch trains all day. There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely brilliant. So yes, I was rubbish at ships. I didn't do any scenery, but I will be doing in the new series. I'm looking forward to that. The towns themselves, I put these massive, great big ring roads around nearly every single town. You can see Todmorden has actually a very nice ring road, and then I completely messed it up trying to get in the airport and put the trams and everything in. I had to make the road smaller. I think the town that's grown the most probably with a ring road has been Twickenham, but I made Twickenham's ring road even more massive, so that one doesn't even really count. We've got a nice old steam train here on the main line. Should have replaced these absolutely ages ago, these steam trains, because we've got faster ones. This train's probably holding up another train behind it. Let's go have a look. Is there another train right behind it? No, there isn't. So yeah, that town had a really big ring road. Hemsworth had a really big ring road as well. Uckfield's grown quite a lot. They've expanded beyond their ring road now, so I'd expect that to be quite good. It's quite a small town to begin with, and their ring road's kind of got an angly bit in it, and it goes under here. Originally I did want to expand this out and maybe connect in some of these other places like Yate and Dagenham, bring them in as well, but to be honest, I think I did quite well with the main lines that I've got now. Looking forward to the new series. I think I'm going to start with industry. I think this is going to be a good strong point. What I want to do is do what I did here. Find a farm, take products to the food processing plant, and then on the way back to the farm drop off food at a town, and that's what happens here, or at least what should happen. I can't remember if I ever checked that. Let's have a look. So what we got coming in here? That's not food. Have we got any food over here at all? Well, the food train's not there. Well, we've got one food train in. I don't know how many food trains. Food to Red Roof. Red Roof Farm, food to Todmorden. Oh, so we never put in a food... Oh, no, hang on a minute. We don't need to put in a food train, because that's what these ones should be picking up food on the way back. So how many trains have we got going on this line, and which line is it? Let's have a look. We'll jump to trains and we'll take a look at that. So, East Coast Main Line, making a nice bit of money. Slow trains on there probably ought to be removed. I don't know where it is. There's the train there. Well, there it was anyway. Where's it gone? There it is. Slow trains need to really be removed off that line. Possibly more trains added. Each of the stations at that one, along that line, have loads and loads of passengers waiting at them. Biggleswade is no exception to the rule. Loads of passengers waiting there. But that place is receiving food as well, so I'd expect it to grow quite rapidly. It has already expanded on the other side of the tracks. There wasn't really much houses around here towards the beginning, and it's going quite well. The food services are kind of up and down at the moment. The food service to Biggleswade's doing well, Twickenham's doing okay, and the farm trains are starting to make loads of money for us. The one to Todmorden and the one to Chatham aren't doing so good, but they'll be getting better. They'll be alright in the future. The Twick Chat service, the original trains that run backwards and forwards, making us a nice pretty penny, and the West Coast Main Line also making some good money too. I've got a train in a depot for no apparent reason whatsoever, and yeah, that's pretty much everything. There's not a massive amount. 2 big main lines and a couple of industry stuffs. So yeah, the farming's making some money. Milton Farm, I think, is that one that we were looking for when we first came in here. So let's just nip over. Now, where are we? No, that's the wrong farm. Which farm is it then? What's this one? Oh, this is the Red Roof Farm. Yeah, Red Roof. Okay, look at the line manager. And Red Roof Farm. We've got 2 trains. Oh, they are making some money. Okay, so one of the trains has just come from the farm and has just dropped off at the food processing plant and is currently carrying nothing. I wonder why. I wonder if it's because these carriages have been set to only take livestock places. I'm not sure, but this food processing plant's doing a production of 14, which is terrible, absolutely terrible. I will endeavour to do much better in the next series, I really would. So between now and the next series, I'm going to deliberately do other videos first before coming back to Transport Fever, because I've got a nice little list of videos that I want to work on, series I want to work on. If you want to see what series I'm working on, head over to masterhellish.net and click on the schedule. All the information's on there. My road vehicles going around the town, let's check on the road vehicle stuff here. Every single line is making money. Some are making more money than others. The Ashford ones, they're doing alright. They're making a nice little bit. The Hesselmere buses, they're making absolutely loads. I mean, look at Hesselmere. It's quite big, really, considering how much on its own it is. And there is a mainline train line running through it, but maybe there's something about the way that I laid out Hesselmere for them to make a nice amount of money. Let's have a look at what's going on here. So you've got the train station, which I think, did I put that down on a hill? Yeah, the train station's on a hill. But then there are just 2 bus depots in town. Splitting the town over here, which covers nearly, in fact, it covers pretty much every single building in the west. It doesn't quite capture these 2 down here. And then this bus station on the right hand side over here gets all of these. So between 2 bus stations, I've got the entire of the town, apart from the bit that's over here. But then that is connected to the train station. So by about 2 or 3 buildings, we've got the whole town. I think that's probably one of the reasons why it's doing so well, because people can move around the entirety of the town just from those little routes there. And let's actually have a look at the route itself. Now, it's in white at the moment, so I'm just going to change it so that we can see a bit better. Let's make it blue. Yeah, there you are, there's blue. So it looks to me to be... Oh, I closed it by accident. Hang on. There we go. It looks to me to be quite an efficient route. They're not having to go a long way to get there or come back. Yeah. Both of them are quite efficient there. Let's have a look at a town that's not doing so well. Let's just put that back quickly. There we go. So a town that's not doing as well, for example, is Chatham. The good old faithful Chatham. Let's go over have a look at one of those bus services. So here's Chatham as we all know it. Now Chatham, we've got a bus depot opposite the railway station, which is fine, and then we've got one down here servicing kind of, so the bus station and the train station itself pretty much copes with the complete right hand side of the town. The left hand side of the town, we've got a station down here, bus station, and we've got a bus station up here as well, and there's a massive amount of overlap between the two. And I think that's really the main problem. What we could do with doing is just taking out that bus station altogether. There we go. And this one over here, leave it. Leave that bus station there on its own. Maybe can we upgrade the roads? Can we? No, we can't. We can't upgrade the roads. What does that do? Waypoint can be used for routing. Oh, Ah, I don't think they were in the game when we first started playing this. There's quite a few things that weren't in the game when we first started playing. Now we've got a flashing thing. The Chatham bus service has got a bad order. Well, delete it. That's the way to deal with it. There we are. So now the road vehicles are going in a loop. It's quite a big, wide loop, but to be honest, it's going to be the shortest route anyway. I have a feeling that it might mean that we get more people at Albert Road, possibly then resulting in better money between the two stations. But I really do feel that Albert Road's in a bad place. What it wants to be, really. What it really wants to be. It wants to be somewhere. Yeah, it wants to be over here. That's where it wants to be. And the reason for that is twofold. First of all, we're capturing better part of the city. It's moved over a little bit. And second of all, the routing will be better. So if we have a look at the line manager for Chatham and just make it red for a minute so we can see it. No, dark red, please. There we go. It's a big loop. We can cut that loop down quite significantly by adding this station and just completely removing Albert Road. So you can see now we've gone a whole block worth of route less, but yet we've got better coverage than what we had before. So these are the sorts of efficiencies that I will be looking for in the future, making sure I'm trying to get the best out of things. Those sorts of routing efficiencies and things like that, very much used to in OpenTTD and things like that. By the way, if you're an OpenTTD fan and you're watching this video when it's released, there is expected to be this beginning of Series 5, maybe even before the end of the week. So keep an eye on social media and on my YouTube for more info about that. So, what else? Right, let's have a really good quick think and overview of everything. So, doing passengers was fun. I liked doing main lines. I think we'll do more of that in the future. But I do really want to start making them a little bit more what I call twintermingly and interconnecting various different lines, bringing in lots of different branch lines. I mean, the only real branch line we had was this Twitch chat service, and that's what we started off with. I like the ring roads around the town. I think it gives a structure for the town to connect into. Probably helps with traffic quite well. I just need to be mindful about the way and shapes that I work with them when I do build them. This one's a bit of a funny shape, but it's fine, it works. Whereas this one over here, it got a bit cramped up around the airport and went a bit bad. I think if I'm planning to do airports, I need to decide a little bit better on how I'm going to place them or where I'm going to place them. I think I would like to do a little bit of every different bit of transport again in the new one, but I'm really not too sure about ships. If we have a look at how well the aircraft are doing, we can see they're not making a huge amount of money at the moment. You know, they're making over $1 million. That's fine, but we did get the kind of placement correct, so that the aeroplanes are doing one nice big loop instead of doing any sort of figure of 8. So going down the map one side will head in one direction and back the other. It would be really nice to do some sort of hub system. Maybe we can have 2 airports on opposite sides of the map, and they can be 2 hub cities, and we can just bring all sorts of transport in and out of those hub cities. Maybe concentrate on them as big target points. And like I said before, I really wanted to expand more on the industry. There's so much industry in this game now that I just didn't even touch on. I mean, what's this? What is that? This here. It looks. Well, I don't know what it looks like. It looks like a brickyard. But there's just steel and stuff in the background here. I have no idea what's. Let's turn that off. What is this? It's a goods factory. So they make goods. What do they need? They require planks, plastic, or planks and steel. So I think maybe once I've got a basic food thing up and going, maybe going to one of the hub cities, that would be a good idea. Then we need to be looking at incorporating other things as well. Well, there we are, folks. We're going to leave it there for now. I hope you've enjoyed this recap, this reminisce, and this kind of review on my first endeavours into Transport Fever. I feel I have learnt so much, and I want to thank you guys. I want to thank everybody, because your input, comments and thoughts and suggestions have been absolutely brilliant all the way through this series. Keep them coming, and really do tell me what you think I did the best and what you think I could improve on the most in the comment section. And a special thank you to my Viewer Plus subscribers, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to buy this game. They pay for the game as part of their subscription. So thank you very much to the Viewer Plus subscribers. If you want to know more about Viewer Plus, again, head out to my website. But we're going to say goodbye to this map. There's a lot of places on here that I'm going to miss in many sorts of ways. Some of the names of these towns actually I have connections to in real life, and it was a complete fluke that they spawned in this world. So it'd be interesting to see what we get in the next one. But that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching this first series of Transport Fever, and I will see you in the next one sometime soon. But for now, goodbye.